there! Welcome to Tarot 42. I am so excited because I found my... Can I say it? I don't know. Do you get in trouble for like talking about like licensed stuff? I don't know. I mean, they're tarot cards, so. But I found my Game of Thrones tarot cards and a box of other tarot card things and related materials, and I'm so excited because I was so stoked to get these cards, and they came in a really pretty box with a little book and all that jazz. Here, I'm just going to show you. Can you see? They were in a storage unit in Texas, and I was like, I know I had those. Where'd they go? And I found them. Anyway, it's a really nice box, and if you like the Game of Thrones, which I don't know how many people do, it's pretty cool. I think I ordered it on Amazon like 2.5 years ago, maybe. I don't know, probably longer actually, because that storage unit I've had for a minute. Anyways, so this is called I Drink and I Know Things spread, and I thought that would be fun to do, just because he is my favorite character. That's Tyrion. Anyways, so I'm a nerd, I'm a geek. But I took some notes, because I wanted to do it right, so I did my little cleansing and put some stones out. Not throwing stones, just laid them out. Anyways, okay, so what is your indulgence is the Knight of Spears, the Knight of Wands. What you have learned. What are your weaknesses that have become strengths? What are your opportunities and challenges? Have you paid your debts? Because a Lannister always pays his debts. And the future. So, I took some notes. And this is just in general, so if it doesn't resonate with you, just put it away. Leave it to the side. Swipe away. Whatever. But if you would please, I would, if you could, why am I stumbling on my words? Because here's the deal, I didn't come from a TikTok age, and I'm not a record, and there's nobody there to really talk to. So it's a weird concept to me. So if I fumble and I talk not whatever, it's because I'm just not used to sitting there recording myself and no one is around me and I'm just talking. Does that make sense? It's so much easier for me to have a conversation face to face with somebody than it is for me to talk aimlessly, because that's what it feels like. But anyways, if you could like, share, subscribe, even if you hit a dislike, any kind of like indication that you like or dislike, and I should probably put that at the very, 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 very beginning, but hopefully I've held your attention long enough, just so it looks normal on my channel, and not like, oh, people are like flitting through or whatever, or whatever that people are talking about with that. Like, it helps me determine if you like it or if you don't like it. Comment, hey, shut the fuck up and talk about the cards in a very specific way, not allegories or whatever. But anyway, so let's get started. What is consuming you? What is your indulgence by choice? And you have the Knight of Spears, which is the Knight of Wands, which is a very passionate, to me, it's a very sexual energy, the wands. It's just, I'll just go with that. I'll leave it there. But these could be like rushing into a new job. So maybe you're trying to get a new job or start a new project, and you're very, very passionate about it, but you just, like, you're taking action, right? It could be also a little fling, summer fling, and something, whatever newness, you're very passionate, and it's consuming you in a way, right? And so, like, if you go with a character like Jaime Lannister, wasn't all bad. Like, hopefully I'm not doing like a spoiler alert. Spoiler alert. If you haven't watched the show and you want to, or you're in the middle of watching it, he wasn't all bad, right? So you could see that he was empathetic, but he had there were some issues there with him. So he wasn't balanced by any means, but you could see that the more he knew about a person or a situation, that he was more inclined to be empathetic to perhaps someone that his family didn't much care for, but he was really close with his brother, who was the bastard of the family. And so you've got somebody who's not 100% balanced internally based on external actions. But that doesn't mean that there isn't thought that goes into, which does make sense for, like, what have you learned here? The Two of Swords is procrastination, thinking too much, maybe, like just spending too much time thinking and trying to make a decision, and you can't come to a decision because you're blind to what way you're going forward. It's like, as Arya Stark, right? And at a certain point, she loses her sight. And I won't tell you why or how or whatever, because, like, spoiler alert. But if you know, you know, right? So unbalanced, and you're rushing towards this thing, this new thing, right? And I don't really feel like this is a love reading. It could be for somebody. And if it makes sense to you in that way, then that's how you should probably take it. But, like, you just need to find what you need to learn. This is what have you learned, is that it's sometimes hard to make a decision in life. And you've got some really good options on the table. And, like, this would obviously indicate, like, maybe like two roads, two paths, or whatever. And you have to make a decision, right? It doesn't have to be perfect, but you just need to take action. You just need to make a decision on what it is you're thinking too much about, and go with it. And it's kind of like when I tell people, like, they're trying to say something difficult, and I tell them, just say it. And then if it doesn't sound right, or if I'm confused about what you're trying to say, we can talk about it, because I'm pretty level-headed, pretty down to earth. Let's talk it out. Because the way you say something might not be the way someone else interprets it, right? So you fix it after you say it. Just say what it is, and then fix it and discuss it. Like, I don't know why it's so hard for people to do that. But it is what it is. So you just need to make a decision. It doesn't have to be, oh, perfect. Just get started. Just go with it. And like I said, I don't feel like this is a romantic read. And then again, it could be, but doesn't have to be. This feels very business-like as I'm looking at it. So a project, or maybe a new job, but maybe even your own project. Maybe you're trying to start a YouTube channel. Maybe you're trying to do TikTok or whatever's out there, right? So Peter Baelish, little finger fucker, he did such a good job playing that role. I loved him. Hated his character, but I loved him. He did a great job. And I don't know. I guess I should have probably looked up their real names. But, I did not. You can though, if you're that interested. This is weaknesses that have become your strengths. Okay, so the best way I can explain this is he is a dirty SOB. He's a dirty sumbitch. In this show, he plays dumb and he plays innocent. He is like the Joffrey, the little shit king, was a psychopath, right? He's full blown, no remorse, no emotion. No, he's dirt. He is sick, right? This guy is like the super secret narcissist, right? He's the covert. He knows exactly what he's doing. I guess I shouldn't say he's a covert, but he's fully aware of what he's doing. He's doing plans, and I'm not saying this is you, but his problem was that he could manifest. He came from absolutely nothing and made himself on the small council, right? So he came from nothing and manifested all of this. But his character was this. Very manipulative, very full of lies, full of deceit, full of whatever he could do to get his way he was doing, right? But you're not in that. Yay. So maybe you were finding yourself kind of backed into a corner where you had to do this, and you manifest, right? You're a magician, right? So you can do that. It's innate. It is something that has always been a part of you. But maybe in certain ways you had to manifest in a dirty way, right? In a slick way, right? And now you are able to manifest in honest, clean ways, if that makes sense, I guess. So that has become your strength. Like, you know how to manifest things, but you're getting yourself caught up in what do I do, or how do I do it, or what direction, what path should I take, when you just need to go. Because you're a magician and you're able to manifest whatever the fuck you want, which is awesome, by the way. Your oppositions and challenges is the 7 of Spears, or the 7 of Wands, in reverse. Excuse me. This represents any kind of like challenges, or if you have to negotiate or advocate for something. But it's in the reverse, so it feels like, and see, and this is where I think, like, because you are like, you're getting stuck in this thing where you're kind of blind to which way you want to go, and you're ignoring the fact that you have this ability to manifest, right? And so it feels like all of your efforts are, there's like you're just wasting time, and it feels like there's a blockade in front of you and you can't do what you're wanting to do. But again, you're not looking at the whole big picture. And you keep forgetting that you can manifest this, and you can move forward, and you can, and like, even if you move forward and you make the wrong decision, or not even the wrong decision, because it's not the wrong decision ultimately on a timeline of whatever, there's so many different choices, you can always alter it. You can manipulate it to fit into a way that, you know what I mean, is trial and error, right? And so choose your battles wisely, and don't waste time on things that, don't get stuck in the mud because something isn't working like you thought it was going to. Like, because we have expectations when we set our mind to something and we start going forward. We have a set way of, we expect things to be a certain outcome or close to it, right? And so, like, this is an unsullied, I don't know if you can see, And what the Unsullied are is an army of men who have their bits and pieces removed. So there's no, and I'm only explaining this in case you don't know what an Unsullied is. So that they are literally born and created for battle purposes. And so they're slaves until Daenerys takes them, she buys them and frees them. And then they're free to serve her or walk away. And she was such a badass, they stayed, right? But anyways, they're so up to a certain point. They're so unemotional, but they're very loyal and devoted to whatever purpose they're supposed to be serving, right? And this was where the Unsullied was outnumbered by these guys, which I'll get to in a minute. But they held their ground. Like, they will die in battle to protect whatever it is they're told to protect or fight for or whatever, right? So they do as they're told. But in this particular instance, they were voluntarily doing what they were told. Like, they didn't have to be a part of the army anymore at this point. And so, even though your efforts feel wasted on whatever, and like I said, maybe it's because you haven't made a choice yet on what you want to do, maybe here you need to, this will be put back into place when you've made a decision, and it's easier to manifest or whatever. But if you feel like you're getting caught up in whatever, don't waste time, don't waste your energy worrying about whatever seems to be blocking you. Even if it's yourself, or you think it's yourself, like, don't worry about that. Just roll with it. Do what you need to do. Save your strength, save your energy for something that will potentially come up down the road that you need that for, right? And take the things that you've learned into account for it. Okay, so the Page of Swords is, have you paid your debts? Are you achieving this stuff? This is usually in some kind of he's bringing some kind of news, there's contracts, but vigilance is required. Okay, so this is the Sons of the Harpy. This is who is coming up against the Unsullied. The Unsullied were the good guys, right, as far as I can see it. These were not good guys, but they were also doing what they were told to do. But this is asking you to pay attention to detail, right? And then not to get you all caught back up in, oh God, I don't know what to do, but there could be something that you're missing by not paying attention to the details, right? And so look at it this way. Have you paid your debts, right? Have you done your due diligence in whatever this is? So if you're not doing that investigative work, that research, that looking at the fine details of something, that's what could be mucking you up here, and you could be missing, right? Which would take all this away, and you'd be in this energy of manifesting what it is you're wanting and you're so passionate about up here. This could be maybe you're debating on a property. There's some kind of documentation that has the answer. Books, articles, videos, whatever. Because, like, it doesn't have to just be a document where people can get it, because a lot of people can get information now from videos, as where, me growing up, had to go to the library. Sometimes we had to borrow stuff from another library to get the information that we were looking for because the internet hadn't been invented, which really just means released into the public. So that is potentially what's holding you up, is you're just missing some detail that that's going to help you make that decision and get out of this energy of being kind of blocked and wasting energy on stuff. Excuse me, goodness. It's like a weird hiccup belch. I don't want to get too into it. Okay, so again, across from Arya, we have Arya. And this is the Six of Swords in reverse. Usually this means moving into safety, into peace, moving on from something. But it's in reverse. So there's some unresolved issue that's blocking your way from moving on. Patience is a golden virtue. So whatever you figure out from this, right, is going to take a little bit of time because you got kind of like stuck in this energy of like, I don't know what to do, but I really want to go, and I can manifest stuff, but I don't want to be this dick, and I don't know, I'm blocked, but oh, here's some information, and it's going to feel like you're not able to move forward. But you got to give that time because patience is a golden virtue. And this is Arya leaving Westeros to go to Bravos. And what she doesn't realize, like, she's going because she thinks her whole world is just, it's gone. There's nothing left for her in Westeros, right? And she doesn't have all the facts. She doesn't have all of the information. She doesn't have all the details. And so she thinks like, okay, I'm going to go there, F this. I want to do something different with my life, and I'm going to get away from here and go over here. But what she doesn't realize, and like that is, to me, the energy of this, is that she doesn't realize that she's going to have a whole new series of trials and things to go through when she reaches her destination that she's going here for. And so it's kind of a befuddled, confused energy of when it's in reverse. To me, that's what it says. So be patient with the information that you're getting for it to manifest in a positive way so that you can keep going forward and doing other things, right? So I think I'm going to leave it at that. Yeah, I'm really excited for whoever this is, or whoever it resonates for, because that's a really cool energy to like be manifesting something new. And there's just a little, a couple of little things that you need to do because you have the ability to manifest. That is within you. Yeah, right on. Okay, thanks y'all. Like, share, subscribe, and I will see you. Well, I won't see you because I don't show my face for a reason. Anyways, thank you. Love ya. Bye.